Hey, you guys, welcome to Nerd Stalker. I am Adolfo Ferranda. It's long overdue. Good to see you all. And for those of you listening, good to be talking at you. A lot of things happening. It's the holidays as of this recording, and I am in a great mood. A lot of stuff happening, all kinds of things. Today I just want to be all over the place. Things I love, I'll be talking about, and hopefully things that you love too. Of course, the first off, we got to start off with Westworld, right? It's a fantastic show on HBO, probably the best thing on TV right now. I would definitely recommend you guys check it out. It has to do with sort of this, I think the inevitability of what will happen, like AI and robots or cyborgs, or whatever you want to call them, in a fictitious sort of world where everything seems very real, and you can go in and interact with these cyborgs or androids that look like humans. Effectively, they have flesh, bone. That's in the beginning. They show them being sort of 3D printed, and the AI is spectacular, near human, and almost evolving into this new life of its own type of situation. And there are these different scenarios that, and the cast is incredible, right? Anthony Hopkins, can't beat him, and the storyline is just amazing. You got to check out Westworld, HBO, I believe. Get it however you can and watch it. It's the best thing on television now, if not ever, right? The questioning is so interesting after this final season finale. I almost want them to just drop the mic and walk off stage, right? I'm not going to spoil alert. I'm not going to spoil. I guess it wouldn't be an alert. It would be an actual spoil if I said something. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'll just leave it at that. I don't see how they top it. Although, who knows? Their creativity, the writing on the show is pretty spectacular. Now, to get to maybe less interesting stuff, one of the little items that I've really liked on my laptop is, especially in Chrome, is a little extension called Privacy Badger that I believe the EFF creates. I would definitely recommend you all installing this and using it. And it kind of just sort of takes care of privacy and things like that behind the scenes, the setting of cookies, ad trackers, analytic trackers, and any other sort of nefarious things, if you perceive these things to be nefarious, and they can be, that follow you around the web. It's fantastic. The only sort of hiccup I've noticed on some sites, sometimes there's some weird functionality. Obviously, when you go to certain sites, you just say, we require you to accept ads and stuff like that, so you can't read their stuff. But what's really cool is you can easily toggle the feature on and off, or change the levels of it from like a low, medium, high type of situations. And you can look what each and every one of these sort of flagged items are that are popping up on a particular site that you open in your browser, my browser of choice being Chrome, that is. So check it out. It's free from the Electronic Frontier Foundation. It's called Privacy Badger, and I highly recommend it. Now, the other thing that I really dig, I just had a party recently at my place, and there were lots of kids there. And I would go to the back room where we're playing some movies for kids on the iMac, right? Which I have pretty secured. And, well, one of the kids decided to try to install a strange web game. And it looked like one of those things where something's just quite not right. Looked like it might be installing some potential spyware, adware along with it. This is something I haven't had to deal with, as my kid is pretty well trained in that regard, technologically, not to go and download these crazy things. So I've gotten back into the world of checking out adware and malware type of downloads for the Mac specifically is what I did. And there's some really great free solutions. I actually ran one of the scans, and it did pick up a game type of adware item that was installed with the game. I suspect is when this kid was installing it, it probably did so because it would have been clean otherwise. I'm pretty good about that type of thing. So go check it out. Go revisit that stuff again. Let's see if I can find it here. Searching with Adolfo on the video blog. And for those of you not watching, I will just give you the spyware removal Mac. This is the worst. Hearing someone search while you're listening. Yeah, Malwarebytes. It's great. It's free. Check it out. It's not like a heavy antivirus application. It's a little thing. You just put it on, scans, it gives you some results. It offers gives you the offer to remove it or not. And you can dive a little deeper if you need to. It's again, it's called Malwarebytes, Bytes, all one word. And just go Google that. I definitely recommend it. It's funny that I have to revisit these things every now and then to keep these type of items safe. Not an iOS type of concern quite yet, right? So the next thing that I keep item that I keep sort of touting, because I really am a convert and believer now, is especially if you're a parent out there or you want your network sort of locked down-ish, is an item called Koala Safe. It's like the animal koala and the word safe all in one word. Koala Safe is what it's called. And it's a little type of router thing that sort of sits next to your router. It's like another item, right? So you plug your Ethernet cable from your router into this little device. It's like the size of a little hockey puck. And it provides another Wi-Fi network effectively in your home or business, wherever you may be. And it's intended for kids, right? So you can set up for specific profiles, whether it's kids or whatever, and the level of sort of protection you want to put on this network. So to keep things not adult-ish, you know, not in the, what is it, R or the whatever rating, keep things PG or G. You can do that type of thing in terms of content. You can control hours of when the Wi-Fi is on and off, depending on the day for each profile. Let's say you have multiple kids, you can change it for the different kid. And what's wonderful about this is this isn't something you have to install on every device. It's just boom on your router or next to your router, and you're done, right? And you're just signing up the particular device to the particular Wi-Fi network, the Koala network, right? And you're done. It's really wonderful. If you want to get into something a little deeper, there are other software solutions to, for instance, if you want to shut down your kid's device, there's something you can install called Custodio, which is, I would give it like a 6 out of 10, perhaps 6.5. And there's something called Kirby that we have yet to review, but I believe we're going to get an account from that. It's CURBI, Kirby. I know Kirby and Koala Safe have some sort of promotion going on together, so check them out. The next item that I really like that's been rock solid if you're into any sort of audio, online podcasting, anything like that, is this little thing I'm talking in. I know some of you can't see it. It's called the Rode Podcaster, and it's a wonderful little device here, microphone. It's this guy right here. It's a USB. You plug it in, you're done. The levels are great on it. The sound quality is really great, and it's been rock solid for me. All my devices, Google Hangouts, Skype, whatever, it instantly pick it up. I can't say that is the same for this particular webcam, which I wouldn't totally recommend, which is the Logitech webcam with the Zeiss lens and the whole thing. I typically have to reboot my Mac as of late in order for it to sort of find the webcam, but the Rode Podcaster microphone is rock solid. I'm sure there are new versions compared to the one that I'm using now, so go check it out. It's a RODE Podcaster, Rode Podcaster microphone. It's a wonderful device. Drink every time I say wonderful, okay? The next item is the iPhone. The iPhone. Mine's a 6S Plus. This thing has been a game changer for me. I had a smaller iPhone back then. Obviously, for content, it's everything. And getting work done, social media, and all of it. It's been a wonderful, wonderful device. It's a little big for me. I would have almost probably rather gotten the 6S, but it's really great. The iPhone 6 has been great. So if you guys are considering going from like a 5 to a 7, I don't know. I mean, you could get for a slightly cheaper price, you could get a 6S, 6S Plus, and they're great phones. Great phones. So yeah, just give them props. Obvious props, right? But props. So another service is an online service called MealPal that I just sort of stumbled upon. And I believe, I don't know what cities they're deployed in. I know I work in San Francisco. And so when I'm in downtown San Francisco, this thing's fantastic. You sign up for the service because a lot of these food services have been going out of business. I hope these guys kind of stay in business. You pay like a relatively nominal monthly fee, and you get lunch for that month for $6 each at various locations. You go and walk and pick it up, and it's ready to go. Well, in theory, it's supposed to be. So you order it the day before. You have a whole selection, depending on the map, of where you're going to be located that particular day and time. And you select the lunch you want, and there's a lot of great options. Things that would normally be $10 and up are all $6. Right, so you can get like a falafel, a salad, sandwiches, on the whole thing, pasta dish, sashimi, all kinds of whatever from all these various participating food places in your vicinity. It's mealpal.com, monthly subscription type of thing. It breaks down your lunches to about $6 a day, which is a no-brainer in downtown San Francisco, where you usually can't get out of there for lunch for under 20, really. Usually with drink and everything out the door. So check them out, mealpal.com. It's been kind of a game changer in terms of saving money per day for me. Another thing that I'm really digging is on my phone, there's an app called Tiny Cards. So what Tiny Cards do, it allows you effectively to create your own like flashcards. And I don't know why I'm on this kick now to have like these flashcards and just to learn like crazy a lot of stuff. Right now I'm trying to learn the major method, which is a way of sort of remembering strings of numbers through words or letters, right? And so I'm using it to quiz me with various letters and stuff. For those of you watching, you'll see major method. Go check it out. You could probably get this deck for free on Tiny Cards. It's a free application. I think you can go to a premium, more sophisticated, where you get more cards and options and things. But the freemium version is really great. And what it does is it's not just a flashcard where it flips it over. It's that plus it quizzes you in terms of you have to type in answers sometimes. It'll sort of pick up what you haven't gotten right and go back and sort of throw it in and drill you again on the parts that automatically that haven't been done. And it's rather sophisticated in a very simplistic way to have you learn and sort of review in a really gamified, fun kind of way. So check out the app. It's called Tiny Cards. Let me just confirm it's called Tiny Cards. And this is for iOS in particular. Yeah, Tiny Cards, all one word, Tiny Cards. All right, next item, music. So I've been fiddling with different music services because they had various promotions, Spotify in the past, which was really good. Surprisingly, Google Play was fantastic. I did a 3-month actually trial that they were having before I canceled it. And now I'm trying Amazon Unlimited, given that I have, the Amazon Echo in my place and Dots coming soon throughout. So I figured the Amazon Unlimited experience would be sort of a no-brainer, which it kind of is if you know the particular song. What I really like, and I wish they were stronger in, is stations, where you could just let it play, a particular thing, and then it would pick up on AI and what you like and you don't like, or what you listen to you don't listen to, and offer a lot of stations. Not only that, a way to find them a lot easier. There's no real finding of their playlists and their stations is really not a good experience on the phone in particular, right? The phone, or even online, from what I've found, or on the Fire Stick, which I also have, that I will get to later. Now, Google Play has been incredible, like as far as what their AI and what they're picking up and what you like, and that type of thing. So like the stations they would provide as you listen to music, and the playlist they would provide was really cool. Not only that, they had this feature of like waking up kind of music. And so it'd be like music for waking up, music for going to sleep, music for the afternoon, for sitting out in the sun, all these things that were really, really good. I mean, I was really surprised how good they were. So I find myself sort of, I'd like to gravitate back to that, but there's like, it doesn't, I don't know if Google Play Unlimited is really all that supported with the Amazon Echo, which is kind of a hiccup there. But if you're a Google Home purchaser or owner, you might want to go with that. Unfortunately, they don't have the dot type of expansion pack yet, right? And by the time they get that together, who knows? Amazon Unlimited, I'm hoping, will get better and better, and I will somehow get more and more to like it. Because right now, of the three, and this is not including Amazon, Apple Music, because I have not tried Apple Music, just for whatever reason. So right now for me, it's like a tie between Spotify and Google, and I'm leaning towards Google, but I'm leaning towards Spotify now because there's really good echo integration with Spotify. So I might go back to them, and because I'm a big fan of how they're such an agile company, agile development team anyways, that's an interesting company to support in terms of my particular interest. But music-wise, I would definitely check out Spotify or Google Play. And I've got high hopes for Amazon, but man, do they need to work on their stations, and their playlists are really short. You know, they're kind of these short playlists. So if you're having a party and you play a playlist, one of their sort of out-of-the-box playlists, you have to sort of stay on top of it and jump on another playlist and stuff. And you don't want to be doing that at a party. You just want a station, right? And just let it go. So they really need to work on that sort of music curation for customers, instead of assuming that we want to put these huge playlists together, which I don't. I want you to figure out what I like and provide it to me. Go figure, right? All right, so that was that on that little rant. Oh, so one of the things I am falling in love with is Amazon Prime Video. So if you're an Amazon Prime customer, you get this Prime Video, and not only Amazon Prime Video, but their original content stuff that they're creating is getting really better and better. I just stumbled into it, kind of taking chances on certain things. The latest thing that I really like is Mozart in the Jungle. I thought, I don't want to watch this. You know, it looks like a romantic show about classical music. I couldn't have been further wrong. It's like a comedy and a really interesting, well-casted TV show that I highly recommend you guys checking out. It's super funny. It's not stuffy by any means, and it's not too, like, I don't know, like a indie Euro feeling, you know, which I thought, if you're not into that, which I am, but if you're not into it, it's not like that. Although the packaging and sort of the promotion for it, sort of, I got that from that type of advertising. Anyways, check it out. It's Mozart in the Jungle, fantastic. Another great show on there is called The Americans that they've been releasing. I don't think, no, it's not Amazon created, but it's a great show, and it's on Amazon Prime Video. What is the other? Transparency. My mom loves that show, which is an Amazon original content show, which is great. My kid loves Doctor Who on Amazon, which has been fantastic. So I find myself more and more spending a lot more time, especially with the Fire Stick, in watching Amazon content versus Netflix. And I've got my, I actually asked the question the other day to my family and myself is, should we keep our our Netflix subscription? It was, my daughter was like, no, I'll play it now. But I kind of think she could live without it. I kind of think I could too. But not ready to quite give that up yet. So let's hope that Netflix sort of steps up their game. But we will see. So check it out, the Amazon Prime Video content. It's the original stuff that they're doing. Actually, I'm not doing it a good service. I'm going to go to the site and Amazon and look for their Prime Video content that they create, because it's really The Man in High Castle I hear really great things about. Mozart in the Jungle is what I've mentioned before, is fantastic. The Grand Tour I'm hearing great things about. You know what else is really good is what's his name, the chef that goes bam, that guy. Anyways, he has an original show on there which is really good. It's basically like a Bourdain sort of knockoff show, but in his sort of vein. And he cries in every episode, it seems like, but because he's so emo and into it. But it's a good show. Go figure, right? It is actually really good. All right, here we're going through here. Let's see. Tycoon here is really great. Sneaky Pete. I Love Dick. The Tick they've re-released. Remember that show? Fleabag, Goliath I'm hearing great things about, and more. So check it out on Amazon Original Series. Great. Good stuff. Good on them. Good on you. Thanks, Amazon, for kicking ass on that content. All right. So I'm into speed reading. right? I'm an absolute novice, but I've been getting into it more and more. There's an app on the iOS called Accelerate, and it's really cool. And teaches you, for those watching, you can see Accelerate. It's ACCELER read, right? And it'll train you. It drills you. Fill these speed reading type of scenarios and drills, and it's a really cool tool. Another one, and I'm just going to sort of speed through this, is a website called Zap, right? So let's see, Zap. It's called zapreader.com. And all it is a big open field, and you paste in the text from, let's say, an article that doesn't allow for an extension like Spreader, which is another great extension you should install on Chrome or your browser if you are into speed reading at all. And what Spreader does, I digress here, is automatically make a site's content speed readable, and it opens in a big black window, and it just starts going boom, 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 so you can speed read it. Otherwise, I've found that some sites don't allow you the extension to work and for it to be speed read, in which case you could copy paste content, assuming it's not copyrightable or whatever, right? Right, people? Into Zap. Zapreader.com, and you just hit zap it, and you can set the settings of how you would want it to go, 1 word, 3 words at a time, whatever. And it's very simple. Does what it's like a utility, right? Does what it says it does, and it's really great. Another thing I'd like to announce is that I'm working with Vasco Duarte of the Scrum Master Podcast Toolbox Podcast. That's a lot of words there. And I'm releasing a show with him on product ownership. So it'll be a Scrum Master Toolbox Product Owner Show on Oikisofi. I can't say on his network. So look for it. It's going to be a great show. If I don't say so myself, for product owners within like Scrum Agile community, we'll have a lot of thought leaders in that respect, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope you listen and provide any feedback and input that you may have. All right. Okay, everyone, a quick one. And as we're going into the holidays, I wish you all well. Hopefully we'll get a few more in. Who knows? And yeah, thank you for listening. And for those of you that are watching, thank you for watching. This is Adolfo Ferranda of NerdStalker, at NerdStalker on Twitter. Or feel free to email me, adolfo@nerdstalker.com. We do product reviews. We do all the kinds of stuff. We talk about all these things. And yeah. All right. Check us out, nerdstalker.com, YouTube/NerdstalkerTV, youtube.com/NerdstalkerTV. And we're on all the iTunes and all the things. All right. Thanks so much.